and welcome to another Teaching Tips with SuperCare episode. Today we are focusing on some maths learning. So this is an EYFS level activity just to support that sorting and what we call one-to-one correspondence counting. One-to-one correspondence means you put your finger to an object and count one at a time. That is one-to-one correspondence, and it's an essential skill for a young person before they develop their higher level maths skills. So when I have a young person sat at this activity, I would say to them, oh look, we have some shells. Can we sort them into groups? And hopefully the young person would go, of course. And then they would sort them into groups into the hoops, like this. I would put these in this one. I might put these in this one. And then the final ones would go in this one, okay? Now a child might say, oh, there's none for this one, which is a great mathematical observation. But how I would lead the learning on is I would say, okay, let's count how many is in each group and find which one has the most. So then what I would do is I would be encouraging the young person to count the objects in each group. So for example, 1, 2. That's that one-to-one correspondence, making sure they're counting as they are pointing to each object and reminding them that they stop counting when they have reached that final object. So hopefully they would identify 0, 2, 3, and 5, and then we go into a conversation of which one has the most, which one has more, or which one has less. Hopefully the young person will be able to identify that there are 0 in the orange hoop and that there are 5 in the yellow hoop, which is the most. Lots of young people don't understand these contexts, so you just have to explain them a little bit. Is 5 bigger than 0 or is 0 bigger than 5? And your hands are your biggest resource because they are perfect for this sort of learning. As you can see in the tough tray, we also have some Makaton signs. We have count and 1, 2, 3. As I've discussed in previous videos, Makaton is an amazing way that I add an extra layer of communication into the tough tray, especially with our non-verbal or pre-verbal learners. Even our verbal learners love picking these up and asking exactly what they are. But these are really good ways to encourage them non-verbal and pre-verbal learners to join in. They can show me how many there are. They can show me what we're doing, which is counting, which is absolutely brilliant. Another way I might make this activity a little bit more engaging for our young people is adding in their favourite toys. I might add in some cars for a young person's interest. So if they love cars, I can add them in. If they love animals, I might add some animals in instead. You can really sort anything that can be put into groups. I've chosen shells because it's a resource that many of us can just get outside. You could use sticks, stones, leaves. You can use anything you really want to. This could be an activity where you go out and you go on an autumn walk and then you come back with all the things you've collected and sort them that way. But this is a great way to add maths into an activity which doesn't seem like a maths activity to a lot of young people. Another way we can extend this activity is by adding in number cards. So once we've split the items into their hoops, I might say, oh, I've got a number 3. Let's put it with the number 3 group and hopefully they would place it just here next to number 3. I would do the same with 5, and again, hopefully they would place it with number 5. And finally, I would do the same with the number 2, and then hopefully they would place it with the number 2. This just creates a link between that one-to-one correspondence counting and the numeral that matches the item. Thank you for watching this episode of Teaching Tips with SuperCare. This was a maths activity just to support them initial number skills, and the one-to-one correspondence was our main skill focus. We looked at some different ways we can change and extend this activity, as well as how I might engage with it with a child and the Makaton signs that can be used to support it. If you've liked this video, make sure you like, subscribe and follow because we've got more videos on the way.